Hi there, I'm Suzanne, Head of Carer Support here at Mobilise, and I'm here to tell you today about a new series of Coaching Cuppas we have coming up. So our Cuppas are our daily meetups in Zoom, and our Coaching Cuppas will follow a series, about 6 weeks or so, and on a particular topic, and we'll use a coaching approach. We'll work as a group and reflect individually to make progress on a particular topic. So the one that starts on Wednesday the 24th of November at 4 o'clock is a coaching series for carers' quality of life. So that's the topic we're going to be looking at, quality of life. It's Wednesdays at 4 o'clock. You can join as many or as few as you like, whatever works for you. We recognise not everyone can come to all of them. You don't need to sign up, you just click to join in the timetable, and I'll share that link in the comments as well. But I also wanted to share this video either to prepare you, let you know a little bit about what's coming up, or if you're not able to make it, there'll be a video for each of them so that you can kind of keep up with the series, do the whole series just like this at home on your own, or you can dip in and join those groups when you can. I think you'll get more out of it if you can join the group conversation and meet other carers as well. But, whatever works for you. So let me tell you a little bit about what coaching is. So coaching is a conversation, a process that allows you to think and to grow. And it helps you to draw on your own resources, things like the experiences you've had, your character and strengths. Coaching gives you space to reflect, become more self-aware and learn. And you're therefore moving yourself forwards to become the person you were made to be. And by working as a group, we can bring about new awareness, fresh perspective, encourage one another and hold each other accountable as well. As your coach, I'll give you some things to think about, small activities or reflections to open up our thinking and our conversations. And as a group, we'll listen to one another, reflect back what we are hearing and make sure we're inspiring each other. I'm sure we will. But the first thing we need to do in coaching is to set the direction. So for this, as it's a piece of group work, we're taking that focus of quality of life. So let's think a little bit about what quality of life is. So what I want you to do before we really start is just quickly jot down your own definition. Okay, so take a moment to do that. You can always pause the video if you need to go and grab some paper. But it's your own definition. Before we start opening up the topic, it's just what does that mean to you? And in coaching, there are no right or wrong answers. There are normally just helpful reflections to help us move forward. So don't worry about it being right or wrong. No one's going to mark your questions. Just write down what you think quality of life means to you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the kind of definitions that are out there. Quality of life is really just the general well-being of people and societies. The WHO define it as an individual's perception of their position in life in the context of the culture and value systems in which they live and in relation to their goals, expectations, standards and concerns. What a mouthful. But it covers a lot of areas, as you can see. There are lots of studies around how you measure quality of life, but really where they all end up with is that the measurement that matters most is how you measure it. Different parts of your life will hold different levels of importance to others. So the only really helpful comparison when we're measuring quality of life is with your own score over time. And in order to impact that score, we first need to understand what it is that actually gives us quality of life. So for example, if we take income as an example, some people would think that's very important, and a lot of studies use that as a big measure and how satisfied you feel with your income and things like that. If you feel your quality of life is maximised when income is at a certain level, changes in income can affect your quality of life. So, therefore, in order to impact your quality of life, you might want to see what else you can do with your income. But it might only have an impact up to a point because it's only one part of your life. Or it might be that actually changes in income have very minimal changes on your overall perception of your own quality of life. Everybody's different. So that's just one topic. We're not going to get stuck on income. But first, let's look at quality of life broadly and identify what's important to us. So that's your next thing I want you to do, is to try and sum up in a list of single words the types of things that give you a good quality of life as you define it. Okay, so when we do this in the group, we're all going to share these different words, and that will give us maybe a broader spectrum to choose from. It might prompt some different thinking, but quite often just what comes out from us is what's important. So go ahead. Again, no right or wrong answers. Have a go at making that list of the things that give you a good quality of life as you define it. And try to keep that list to kind of fairly short phrases or single words. That'll be much more helpful kind of when you're using this list going forward. So that's your little challenge for today. And maybe there's something just by doing that you'll notice about the list. It may already prompt you to think about the things that are important to you. And you may just notice it starts to change your behaviour in the coming week, just the fact that you did that list. What we'll do, we'll then gather everyone's lists and when we work in the group, and we'll share those as a sort of broader list for people to have a look at so they can get a sense of what we talked about in the group as well. But if you can join us in the Cuppa and go through this coaching exercise with us as a group, I think there's so much more we'll get out of it, and there's much more that I don't even know what that is yet until we start and open up that conversation. So the Cuppa starts on Wednesday 24th at 4 p.m. And it'll probably be about an hour, this Cuppa. Normally we're 45 minutes, but this Cuppa I think will probably take an hour, particularly if there's quite a few in the group. And you'll need a pen and paper. But if you can't make it to this one, don't worry. We'll be here every Wednesday for the next 6 weeks. Really look forward to seeing you there. Take care. Bye-bye.